Jocelyn Fitzgerald, how are you?
Good. Good. Okay,
Uh,
well, part of why I wanted to jump on here is because I am putting together so much cool stuff for this workshop. And I just picked up a packet that I created for the art therapy conference where I'm presenting next week. But I kind of wanted to
mhm,
show you like an example of what I'll create for our group, which is
mhm.
a whole like workbook packet filled with really great tools. So we're not just going to be doing art, which we're going to do a ton of art and EMDR, but we're also going to come away with all these really great tools that are art based. So visual tools that you can use with your clients. And I, I don't know. I love
What do you
worksheets.
have there? Show me the packet. What is in the packet or what's going to be in the packet? Is it already? Did you
This
just
is the
create
one
it
that's
already?
similar to this. It's going to be
Okay,
like this, but it's going to be even better.
okay. An
Because
upgraded version.
we're going to be doing poetry. It's going to have feeling wheels. It's going to have poetry like starters so that when we do these exercises, you're going to be able to follow along and just fill in the prescribed poem.
Hmm.
It's going to have all like everything that I've created around EMDR and the 8 phases. It's going to have the body sensation chart that I made
Are these tools, Jocelyn, that you use with clients?
all the time, all the
Uh-huh.
time. Yeah. And they
Cool. And
love
they're not,
it.
they don't think that you're a weirdo or something.
They don't. They
They don't. They love it.
love having these tools. I have
Okay.
not had anyone yet say they don't like it. And then the beauty of it
I,
is you can make copies.
it's my own thing. I think that I need to just probably do it because I think that if I'll bring something like that, my clients know me.
Yeah.
And so if I bring something like that I never done before, they'll just like, why? Like, who is this weirdo? I don't know.
Do
That's
your clients ask for homework? Because mine do.
some do, some don't, and sometimes I give them and sometimes I don't. I hate to give homework to clients and then they don't do it. It's like a sense of failure for both of us. I
Yeah.
think if you assign homework, this is what I like about, well, yeah. I mean, homework for everyone is to meditate, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. But even
um,
like giving them my art on the window of tolerance, they take that home and they explain it to their family members. That's their homework. And then they
mm,
understand it better. And their family members start using that concept and they start
mhm.
recognizing when they're popping in and out of their window. And I mean, I think psychoeducation is a huge part of what we do. And having
Yeah.
a visual tool is so helpful for our clients to remember what they're doing.
Do you happen to have your window of tolerance,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing that you
Got it.
create? It's like a snake, right? What is it?
It's like the 3 windows
Okay.
of all my little handouts here that I've laminated. Yeah. So this is the window of tolerance.
Yeah.
And I give it to every single client I meet with, and they all hang it on their refrigerator, show it to their husband, show it to their girlfriends, their kids, and they use it as a tool. And
Mm.
and it helps them to remember, what's happening in their nervous system.
You work with all ages, right? So kids and adolescents, or mostly adolescents and adults?
Mostly adolescents and adults.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, not very many kids anymore because I have
Yeah,
one and I want to be home after work.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I love making these tools for them. Everyone that I've given them to is like, I use these all the time. Yeah. And then
Hmm.
because they only get me for an hour a week, it's nice when they can refer back to it throughout the week and have it as a visual reminder of what we're working on.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and the other, this is Jennifer's, I love, but I've made one too. Using these visual aids is so helpful for our clients to understand the VOC, which I have mixed
Hmm.
feelings about.
Yeah, for those of us who are joining us live, if you don't mind, Rachel, hi Rachel, just post in the chat where you're joining us from. I think Dawood is joining us from Iraq, if I remember correctly. So yeah, and Grace, I think Grace is joining us from Canada. So, but yeah, if you can just post in the chat where you're joining us
We're
from.
New
Yeah,
York. Yay.
cool.
Do you
Florida.
guys who are joining us, do you use art in your practice or do you have tools that you use and share with your clients? I would love to hear if people are using worksheets and sharing visual aids. I mean, I think with EMDR, it's such a robust and great, great, tool to use with clients, but I think it can also be kind of overwhelming in that we're giving them a lot of information. Yeah, they were great with kids. But I do think adults benefit from the visual aids too. Like I have my anxiety scale that I've made, and this helps my adult clients kind of recognizing, and we'll go through each level and say, okay, what's happening? What's an example when you're at level 2? Well, my husband left
Oh,
a
I
refrigerator.
like that. I like that anxiety scale because I do ask clients to kind of rate 0 to 10, but I think having something visual is can be helpful.
I do too. And when you look at the research, most of us are visual learners. Most of us learn by having visual aids. And so why not continue that on into the adulthood? Yeah.
Rachel, I saw that you posted it works great with kids. Rachel, do you work with kids? Yeah. Okay. All ages. Yeah.
And another thing, I am going to put in my dissociation scale here, which is something I talk a lot about with my clients. And we talk about how it's on a continuum. And this even, everyone dissociates to an extent. Like having a scale and a visual model is really helpful. Kimberly says, I use a lot of imagery, not just complex. Yeah. I think that's what we're realizing with EMDR and the arts. It's like, that was a great starter for our clients to have a visual, either a collage or an image they can pull up or create it themselves, but you can use the visual arts throughout all 8 phases of EMDR.
Yeah, that's cool. For those who work with kids, just a heads up, I met with Jackie Flynn earlier today, and we're planning something really, really fun and informative for EMDR with kids that will be kind of ongoing. So that's in the works. There's a lot of behind the scenes before we actually have something running, but something really fun. And then Jocelyn, do you want to talk about the workshop that we're going to have later in October?
Yes, and I love that people are talking about metaphors in the chat. We're going to be doing some poetry, which is, all about using metaphors. So I'm putting together all my favorite tools that I've been doing lately, and poetry is one of the main ones I've been loving. Mixing that with the creative arts and EMDR has been so powerful. And then we're going to be doing some bilateral art as a way to kind of go into some of these exercises that I've created. And you're just going to come away with a whole toolkit of different exercises to use with your clients. And also it's kind of a 2-for-1 in that I think a lot of us are burnt out. There's a lot going on in the world right now. And so my hope is that you come away from this workshop with some self-care for yourself, and you feel better, and you get a chance to connect with each other along the way.
Yeah, cool. So that would be October 23rd?
That is, yep.
Yeah, at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 9 a.m. your time, which is Pacific, and then noon in Eastern. And I think Rachel's time zone is 11. What's in that packet again, Jocelyn? I think when we started, we had less people.
Yeah. It's going to have my model for EMDR with all 8 phases represented in art. We're going to have the dissociation scale. We're going to have the tools that I've created around negative and positive cognitions. We're going to have a body map with all of the feelings that we can have in our body to help clients get in touch with what they're feeling. I'm also going to have the feeling wheels that I've created with animals, like a sloth, a dog, a cat. I'm just going to give you guys everything that I've been creating over the last 10 years using EMDR. And I think it's going to be a great workshop and a great workbook to go along with it. So I'm really excited.
Awesome. Thank you, Jocelyn. I think that's it. Have a great day, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you, Jocelyn.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.